All right, so how is it going, YouTube? I've had a lot of people ask me about the Hellcat. How hard was it to get? What's the price I paid for it? Did I buy it in cash? All that good stuff, you know. And no, I didn't buy it in cash. And I've done a few of these other videos too with the BMW M3 I have and the Mercedes AMG C63S. And I'll go over to what options and stuff was on this car. So first off, when I first wanted to start to go and get the Hellcat, they were marking them up like insane. A lot of times I've seen $20,000, $25,000 markups, and I really wanted this car. This was like my dream car, and you know, and more than anything I wanted, but I just wasn't gonna pay that markup price for it. So I waited, and realistically it took about a year before prices came back down to sort of reality. And I remember going into the dealers, and even then they were still really hesitant on trying to drop the price. They really didn't want to drop the prices or anything. They were still trying to be greedy and get that little, you know, that extra bump, the extra markup they had on it. But for me, this is a car probably worth 100, 105, how they're marking it up? Yeah, it probably is. But when the car is 72, I just personally didn't want to pay it. So I waited for it. And I remember having to go into the dealers and starting to tell them, like, man, like they're not selling anymore. Your car's been sitting here for 30 days. You know, 90 days. So I started going to dealers and being like, man, I started knowing after a while when I finally started realizing, me and my brother both went and bought Hellcat, so we were keeping a close eye on it. So I had to start going into the dealerships and telling them, like, man, this car's been sitting here for 3 months, you know? And, oh, no, they're selling left and right. We're still getting markup for them all the time. So I had to go to a lot of different dealerships and a lot of negotiation and all that good stuff. But then once I started showing them and telling them online, like, you know, this car's been sitting here for 3 months. I know it's been sitting here for 3 months. And then a lot of the challengers started doing that. And it wasn't because no one wanted them. You know, it was that I think is what happened is at first they were astronomically marked up, and you had the people that were just gonna pay the markup for it. They wanted it, they were gonna pay for it, and it wasn't a problem to them. Then you had the next part of the people that I think could get finance for the car, but they just weren't gonna pay that crazy markup, just weren't gonna do it. So finally, once all the people bought the car and they paid all the markup, you had all the rest of the people that were basically waiting. So once I noticed the car started sitting there more and, you know, they weren't selling as quick, that's when I started doing a lot of negotiation. And good news is I didn't pay a markup on it. You know, I got it for MSRP. So that being said, let me go through and show you real quick what options it has on it. Good thing about the Hellcat though is most of the options are already on the car. Like, there's not a lot of options you can put on the car. Now with the Mercedes and the BMWs, they option you to death. You get a car at a base price, and by the time you start adding stuff, you're $20,000, $25,000 more money into it. But the Hellcat has mostly everything already in it. So let's see what I do and don't have on this. As you can see, you got the black rim. Sorry guys, the car's a little bit dirty. It's been raining here a lot today. Nice day though, and so a little dirty, but we got the black rims that it came standard with. What I don't have on the car and I actually wanted was the black hood. This one didn't happen to have it. An upgrade on this one is the moonroof, so I got that, and then that's pretty much it. I'll take a walk around the car though. Just love the way it looks. You set it out somewhere, it looks so menacing, and it is. It definitely is. Damn, that's a good looking car. All right, then on the inside, it's got the Laguna leather, which is an upgrade. And honestly, like how it says SRT on the seats. And then the red seat belts here was actually a little bit of an upgrade as well. And to be honest, I do like the seats. Very, very comfortable. But I do wish that the seats Could have, well, I had a Scat Pack as well too, and the Scat Pack had the suede and leather option, and personally I liked it better. I thought the seats were a little more comfortable. They held up a lot better. I've had this car for about a little over a year now, and you can already tell that leather, they get a little bit worn. It starts looking a little bit wear and tear on it. When my the ones with the suede and the leather, they look still brand new after a year, because I got the Scat Pack before the Hellcat. They look brand new till the day I traded in for the BMW, but it was amazing. So that's an upgrade. The red seat belts is an upgrade, and I mean, pretty much. And then the stereo, there's a stereo upgrade in it as well. Here in the trunk, you've also got the system, which is an upgrade. System actually does sound very, very good in this car. I like it a lot. Has one plus for sure. So now, what did I pay for my Hellcat after waiting a year to finally get it, pull the trigger on it, and not pay that crazy markup price? I actually got it for $72,000, right about there, and then tax and license was about a little over $6,000. I put $5,000 down. My interest rate was 5.99. I financed it for 72 months, and my payments came out to around about $1,200 a month. So all in all, I'm happy with it. I wanted my interest rate a little bit lower. I'm not totally happy with, unhappy with 5.99, but you know, that being said, it is $1,200, but it was gonna be like $2,000 when they were marking up the prices, and wasn't gonna go there. I do love this car, there's no doubt about it. It's amazing. Anyone that has not drove a Hellcat or knows what I'm talking about. If you have drove one, that sound, that feeling you get as soon as you hit the throttle, it's like nothing else. I've drove a ton of cars, and honestly, you get a different feeling from the Hellcat almost every single time you drive it. It's a Hellcat, and you know it, and you feel it, and it's awesome. And I mean, look at that thing. Look how it looks. Can't beat it. So, you know, I've also got, like I said, the BMW and the Mercedes now. I've been doing a lot of videos on those as well. Those cars are amazing. They're amazing in a lot of similar ways, but in some different ways too. This was my first ever just straight dream car, the one I wanted for a long time, that I was like, I gotta save my money. I want this car. Finally got it, and it's amazing, and I'm now in a position where I've got a couple other cars as well, and it's fun, and I'm bringing them to you guys and shooting these videos to show you and tell you what I did and how I financed it. So if you guys want to go do the same, you can know about it. It's giving you a rough base price on about how much you're expecting it to cost, and you know, so you go into the dealership having a little bit of an idea of what you can get. But now I will say though, if you want a Hellcat and you've been thinking about a Hellcat prices dropped dramatically. It's ridiculous how much the Hellcat prices dropped. I don't know if it's because the Demon's coming out possibly or what it is, but if you've wanted a Hellcat, now is the time to get a Hellcat. You can get pretty much, if you can find one, because the 2018s are coming out, if you can still find a 2017 sitting around somewhere, man, you can get them for $58,000, $59,000 right now. Pretty much brand new, or no miles, or less than 1,000 miles on it for sure. And I mean, you can't beat that. I'd be all over it if I haven't had a Hellcat yet. Definitely go and try and get that. When I got my Scat Pack, I paid $49,000 for it. You know, so now you can get a Hellcat for $7,000 to $10,000 more dollars. No brainer, man. So now is the time, definitely pull triggers on the Hellcats and stuff. So if you guys have any questions, please leave your comments below. I'll answer them for you. If there's other videos you want to see with a car, or you'd like to see me shoot, please also throw that down there, because I like to do it for you guys. And please, please like and subscribe, because I'd like to keep making more videos like this. And just tell me what you think, you know? That's good, right?